This is the Iowa Weather Report for Saturday, June 1st, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon at 500 millibars. You can see a trough will be moving through the state and into the western Great Lakes later today with some energy along it. That'll be producing a few showers, backwash showers behind the low pressure center, which will be over Wisconsin. The rain will be fairly light, won't amount to a whole lot. There may be some sunshine intermixed, but it'll be much cooler. Highs today in the 60s to lower 70s across the state. Move to Sunday, that storm is now off to our east, and it will be dry all day long. The sun will be out with a few clouds around, but it'll be quite cool. Highs in the 60s to around 70 degrees. Well below average for this time of the year. Begins to warm up here on Monday, at least back into around the upper 60s to middle 70s, but you can see another storm system is approaching from the west, and that'll be bringing some rain showers in the Dakotas here Monday, and then Tuesday that moves into the western counties of the state. Showers and thunderstorms across the plains. There could be severe weather. A little too early to determine that, but there's certainly a possibility with that. Highs likely back into the 70s statewide by this point. Wednesday, that system begins to fall apart a little bit, something of good news for areas that really don't need any more rain, but there still could be a little bit of light rain, some showers, and maybe a thunderstorm around, but not too significant with highs in the 70s. Thursday, the system is still just around, kind of moisture around, showers, maybe a thunderstorm, not real on a real widespread basis though, and you can see a tropical system moving across Florida and up into the western Atlantic, and here Friday you can see the GFS continues to show a moisture around, maybe some clouds, maybe an isolated shower, no real system around here, maybe off to our east, and by next weekend, Saturday, a week from today, you can see we have another trough coming into the northern plains, one over New England, and some energy across the central and southern plains. But around here, we'll be on approach for the next storm system, a low pressure center in the Dakotas, another over about eastern New Mexico, the western Texas Panhandle, so more showers and thunderstorms for the northern and central high plains states at that point. A couple days after that, as we head into further into the month of June, we head to the 12th, we have a northwesterly flow here with a trough over the eastern, about third to half of the country. With that, we could have a bit of rain shower activity moving across the state and out of the state. More moisture across the Rockies and the central and northern high plains states and across the east coast as well. With seasonal temperatures, it looks like. And at the end of the forecast on June the 16th, we have a ridge beginning to develop over the plains, trough over the Great Lakes and Northeast, another with some energy moving into British Columbia. And if this pans out, which it may not, we could have some showery weather around, maybe some thunderstorms to our south on a scattered summertime basis, and a new storm moving into the west and northwest as well. So it looks quite seasonal and a little bit active. The satellite image from last evening was quite active with showers and thunderstorms, some with severe weather, some with tornadoes earlier in the evening, some with flooding. From Indiana, Illinois through Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, and into Oklahoma, fairly clear west and east. Watch warning map from last evening shows numerous tornado watches from northwestern Ohio into Oklahoma, flash flood warnings from northwestern Indiana into Oklahoma, severe thunderstorm watch in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall amounts around here, and this includes rain that fell last night, anywhere from between about a quarter and a half inch to maybe upwards of an inch of rain.